up, step back, let me grab this track and tell you about something that happened way back. See, it was sometime around middle school when some punk-ass kid happened to...
Hi, welcome back everybody. This segment I'm going to show you how I like to go about writing a rap song. The first thing you're going to want to do is find a click track. For the example I'm going to show you, I used a click track at 80 beats per minute. A producer, actually a hip-hop producer, once told me that you never really want to go above 90 beats per minute when you're writing a hip-hop jam. So I try to stay true to that, and here's how I did it. Anyways, I got a keyboard here, standard keyboard. It's old, it's got a few effects on it, it's got drums, some keys, some synth, a little bit of everything. So I plug in my drums, and I would have my headphones on, of course, listening to my click track. And I would find the drums that I want to use. In this case, I'm going to use hi-hat, bass, and snare. And I'm going to try to remember the drum beat that I used in the last song and give you that for an example. So if my click track is clicking at 80 beats per minute, it would be something like bum, 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 bum. Something like that. Once you get your drums laid down, you only need a couple good bars of it. If you stay to a click track, anything you do, you only need a couple bars. You can copy and paste. I mean, you can run the full length of the song if you can do it, but no stressing if you can't. So there was my drum beat. All I would do is run that into the computer and loop it quite a few times. And then I start adding my layers. At this point, you can take your click track out, or you can keep it in so you can add your other parts. I probably advise writing all the parts to the click track rather than the drums, or the click track and the drums. So I'm going to change my effect here to use piano. Let's see. And I think I did something along the lines, for the first melody, I did something like... that was my first melody. After I laid that on the track, I listened to it a couple times and I tried to see what else would come to me. And something did come to me, so I tried to put it onto my instrument. I mean, that's pretty much how I write my stuff, is I hear it in my head and I try to let my fingers do the work and play what I hear. So after I had that layer in on top of the drums, I want to add a couple more layers so I make it all thick. And I think I did something with some synth or some strings, and it ran something like, I believe, I think it was E and A, I believe. That might not be right for what I did, anyways. It'll be right for this. But so I have that, and that's pretty much my back layer. That's going to keep everything thick. I later on go into Guitar Pro, which I advise everybody get. I have a buddy who shows me a lot, and he still shows me a lot as far as the drums and everything go. But that's pretty much how I do everything, is I do my drums on that, unless it's a hip-hop song where I can get away with doing it here on the keys. And go on Guitar Pro, I plugged in the bass, and I set it for 80 beats per minute, that way it would be on time. And I just recorded that onto my computer and threw it into the mix, and it sounds pretty good for what it is. So once you get your layers and you get everything down that you want in the song, here's how most hip-hop songs are structured. You're going to have, your beat will run, you got your chorus, which are all your parts come together for your chorus. And then for your verse, you want to take out some of your layers, some of your instruments, and let your verse run with just, bass, drums, and maybe a couple other things to thicken it up. But you want the chorus to stand out the most. So by the time the chorus comes back around, you want to have all those layers that you have, you want to bring those back into the chorus mix. That way it gives you that thick, full sound, and it sounds like a legit song. And it's structured like a legit song. Other than that, flow and stuff, I've got a little tape recorder, which I actually have around here somewhere. I was working on a song last night, But I advise you get a little handheld tape recorder, greatest tool you could ever have, and you're going to just listen to your track a few times in some headphones, get in your zone, get in your vibe, and just let your tape recorder go and just start spitting off random words. It doesn't really have to make sense. You're really at this point just trying to find the melody, trying to find your flow, and once you get that on a recording, you can just play that back over and over, and later on write your lyrics and make it all come together. But the tape deck is very important. I can't tell you how many times I think it saved my life. As far as getting all this onto a computer, I have a Boss. It's an 8-track recorder. You can use pretty much anything. You can use a mixer and just plug it straight into your computer. You get some audio video cables. Really all you need are the audio, the red and the white. You get yellow cables, and you want this little piece that is a converter to where you can plug it in your mic jack. You can buy this at Radio Shack for like $2. So you pretty much get that, you plug it in your computer, plug the other end into your mixer, and that's how you get it from here to there, pretty much. Anything else, for recording the vocals, I suggest going into a bathroom, having a mic stand, and maybe getting an old wire hanger, and you're going to bend it. Of course, you're going to unbend it, and then you're going to bend it and wrap a little circle around the end of it, and you're going to want to throw some pantyhose over that, and wrap the other end around the mic stand, and you're going to put that's a cheap way to make a spit guard. And you're going to put that about 4 to 6 inches away from the mic, and you're going to step about 6 inches away from the spit guard, 6 inches to a foot. And that way, if you're in the bathroom, you get that real studio reverbish effect, for nothing really, for cheap. Good acoustics, and that's pretty much it. So good luck to you, and I hope this video has helped you out. And make sure you check out my other ones.